Good morning, 4th grade at Hampton Prep. Today is April the 16th, 2020. This is your distant learning for math on this Good Wednesday. I am Ms. Jackson, and I want to remind you to take your attendance question, your study island assignments for math and reading, and your no red ink for writing. Today we will be discussing how to represent data and how to interpret data. That's TEK 4.9a and 4.9b. We're going to start with our fun fact. Today is about kangaroos.
Where the kangaroos live. Is a kangaroo a mammal? What is a baby kangaroo called? What is the top speed of a kangaroo? Let us learn about kangaroos. Kangaroos live in Australia, New Guinea and Tasmania. Kangaroos are marsupial animals. Marsupial animals are mammals that carry their babies in a pouch. There are 4 types of kangaroo: the red kangaroo, eastern grey kangaroo, western grey kangaroo, and antilope kangaroo. The red kangaroo is the largest kangaroo species. Kangaroos eat grasses, leaves, and other vegetation. They also eat fruits and flowers. Kangaroos usually eat during the night. They spend the day resting in the shade. Kangaroos can grow to 10 feet tall. They can weigh up to 200 pounds. Kangaroos have large feet and a strong tail. As a result, they can jump very high. A red kangaroo can jump up to 10 feet high. A red kangaroo can leap up as far as 25 feet. Kangaroos can live around 6 years in the wild. They live up to 20 years in captivity. Kangaroos love sports. Kangaroos can swim. They run, jump, and box. A kangaroo moves by hopping around on its 2 legs quickly. Kangaroos can move very fast. They can travel up to 40 miles per hour. However, they cannot move backwards. Male kangaroos fight with each other for the attention of female kangaroos. During a fight, they can push each other, box, kick, and even bite. A male kangaroo is called a boomer. A female kangaroo is called a flyer. Baby kangaroos are called joeys. More kangaroos live in Australia than people. The estimated population of kangaroos is around 50 to 60 million. Thank you for watching this video on Kidopedia. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to watch more educational videos for children.
Okay, so I learned that there were 4 types of kangaroos. I learned that they were vegetarians, meaning they don't eat meat. When they eat, they do eat at night. The red kangaroo is the largest. It can jump up to about 10 feet. They have strong tails. They move about 40 miles per hour. They like to box. And one interesting thing that I found by listening to this video, they cannot move backwards. How would your life be if you couldn't move backwards? Like, I think that's like really weird. And also, it's more kangaroos than people that live in Australia. Wow. So let's just take an animal that lives here that's common here in the United States. Let's say lizards. Let's say there were more lizards than people. That would be so creepy, right? Yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video on kangaroos. Now let's get started. So this is the pop question from the last time we met. Which fraction is equivalent to 3,400? Well, the answer to this question will be, well, congratulations to all those that got it right. Your answer is D. Yay. Yes, I saw a lot of answers, and a lot of the answers was D. 3,400. The 4 is in the hundredths place, so therefore the fraction has a denominator of 100. Alright. The answer to this pop question is C. The answer to this pop question is C. Pop question number 3. The answer is F. The 6 is in the hundredths place, so therefore you have a denominator of 100. And the answer to pop question number 4 is A. You have four whole numbers, and then you only have 8 shading in the last one, so that's 4 and 8/10. Alright, congratulations to those that make getting 100s on everything. Good. Alright, lesson 31. Representing data. I need you to pause and write whenever you feel the need to. Today is Wednesday, 4/16. Our TEKS we're working with today is 4.9A and TEK 4.9B. A dot plot is a way of showing data on a number line. Data are information collected about people or things. I would have said data is information collected about people or things. Okay, so we have a frequency table. I know some of y'all remember frequency tables in 3rd grade, so try to build off the knowledge you already know. Excuse me. A frequency table can help to organize the data for a dot plot. The frequencies is in this table tells the numbers of sunflowers that grew each number of inches in 2 weeks. So what this saying is, this plot over here is basically over a 2-week span how much each flower grew. In the dot plot below, each dot represents one sunflower's growth in 2 weeks. There are many dots above a number of inches as the frequency for that number of inches in the table. So, excuse me. Basically, this dot plot, the one with the dots, shows the same type of information that the frequency chart shows. It's just this is in numbers and this is in dots. The easiest strategy that I would do if I was you, I would go in and record the numbers from here to here. So 3, we have 3 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. 1 dot and 0 dots. And so they should match, be equivalent. This dot plot shows the number of sunflowers that grew 0 1, 2, or 3 inches in 2 weeks. You can draw a dot plot that shows data in whole numbers or fractional units. The frequency table and dot plots below show the number of daffodils that grew 0, 1/4, 2/4, or 3/4 inch in 2 weeks' time. Same type of different flower, different growths. This one also happens to be in fractions. And that's okay, because we are very good at fractions, aren't we? Excuse me. Okay. Example 1. Students in a cooking class recorded the number of teaspoons of salt in each recipe of a cookbook. Okay, so let's just look at these numbers. I see a 2-8. Oh, I see several 2-8s. I see a 2-8 here, a 2-8 here, 2-8 there. And then I see 8-8s. So I see 8-8s. 8-8s is what? What does 8-8 represent? Right, 1 whole. So you don't have to write that. I was just making sure that you remember. But anyway, let's see how many 8-8s. Well, not how many, but let's just identify where they are. Okay. Then I see 3-8s. You have to get to know your information. And how you know your information is just simply analyze it, looking at it, looking for the similarities, looking for differences. And that's basically all I'm doing. That's why I'm using different colors of markers, so it's easy to identify when we go back to look at it. I already used this color. Hold on. Okay. 6-8 is the last one I see. I think. Yeah. Okay. So now after you have analyzed your data, looked at it, tried to find some commonalities or whatever, excuse me, then you're going to read further and interpret the information to answer questions regarding the frequency charts and dot plots. So this one says draw a dot plot for the data. So you can mark a dot on the number line for each of the measurements. So this is teaspoons. Okay, so this is our dot plot. So you go ahead and pause the video and draw this right here, but leaving room where we can put our dots. Okay, you done? Great. So now let's see what it says. Organize the data, count the number of times each measurement shows in the data. A frequency table can help. So after you have drawn your dot plot, you can also make your frequency table. You can draw this right now, or you can draw later. But either way it goes, it's easier to see it on a frequency table than it is on a dot plot, especially until you get very comfortable with them. So you're going to label the units on the number line. Mark the number line in each unit, in equal units of 1/8, from 2/8 to 8/8. These are the least, these are the least and the greatest measurements in the data. So yeah, we forgot to talk about which was the highest number, which was the smallest number. But that's what you would do. So then you put it on a dot plot. The next thing you do, you're going to draw dots on the number lines. You're going to make one dot for each measurement in the table. There are no recipes with 5/8 or 7/8 tables of salt, so leave spaces above those fractions on the number line blank. So in other words, it has the number 0, you wouldn't put anything. You can pause the video and go ahead and do that. Draw your dots above your lines, above your fractions, and then unpause. Okay, it should look something like this. So Now, the solution. The dot plot of the data is shown in step 3. So this is what it will look like. So your answer will be just like this. If you have more than one dot for a fraction, let's say you put 4 dots on this one, your whole table is wrong. Okay, so we're gonna write. And when you send another fraction, let's say you on a STAR test, they like to put word problems with dot plots already drawn, so you don't have to do it. What you would do is you would count these up and you would place the number that goes on top. So this will be 3. That'll be 1, 3, 0, 5, 0, and then whatever it is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Okay? So make sure you do that. Let's move on to example 2. A teacher measured her students' height. The dot plot shows how much they grew in 6 months. So this is the student growth. Alright? So she came up with 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. So then you will do what first? You will count these up and place the numbers on top. This is 4, and this is 1. Everybody understand that's a 5? Okay. How many more students grew 1/4 inch or 2/4 inch than grew 3/4 inch? Looking at this question, you would know that this is a multi-step question, but it is a multi-step question. The first step, you would count how many students are up on 1/4 and 2/4. So that's one part of the question. How many kids grew that amount of height? In height. Then the second part, you're going to go look and see how many this one had. Now, what are you going to do with those two numbers? Well, let me give you a clue. The clue is this word right here. Then. Then means to compare. Compare means to subtract. Okay? Now, we're going to use this data to get our solution. So first of all, well, let's just follow this. Oh, well. Well, let's just go ahead and count it. Well, because she will be doing it twice. So, you're going to find the number of students who grew 1/4 of an inch or 2/4 of an inch. So, 2 dots above 1/4 means 2 students. And then you have 2 students that grew 1/4 of an inch. That means that's 2 more students. So these two numbers added together is 4. Then it's 5 dots above 2/4. And then 5 students grew 2/4. Hold on. Because it'll make more sense to look at it. Actually, let me do it this way. Okay, so the question was 1/4 and 2/4. So we're gonna go in and look at between 1/4 and 2/4. Oh, that is not. It's on the other side. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so we got to follow this. Okay, so here we go. Sorry. So 2 dots above 1/4 is 2, and then this is 2, and then you have 5 dots on 2/4. Means 5 students grew. So you would do 2 plus 5 equals 7. So 7 students grew 1/4 of an inch or 2/4 of an inch. Then you will find, that's the first step. So how many students? 7. Second step, find the number of students who grew 3/4 of an inch. There are only 4 students above that fraction. So you would take 7 minus 4 equals 3. So 3 more students grew 1/4 of an inch or 2/4 of an inch than 3/4 of an inch. Got it? I know that's a lot. Stem and leaf plots. This is another vocabulary word. You may pause the video to write this down and unpause when you're done. Stem and leaf plots are tables that are used to display numerical data that have more than one digit. The plots have one column each for stem and leaves. The key shows how to read the data by showing the place value of the stem and the leaf. The stem and leaf plot below shows a data set of 17, 18, 19, 20, 28, 28, and 37. So, this is the key. 17 equals 1 on the stem side and 7 on the leaf. So, let's look at these numbers right here. So, this number is 17. The next number on that line is 18. And the next one is 19. Notice that they all have 1s, but it's only 1 on this side. So this will be your 10s place, and this will be your 1s place. So it's 3 numbers on that one. And on the same thing as this one, it's 3 numbers on this one, but instead of having a 1 in the 10s place, we have a what now? A 2. So we have the numbers are 20, 28, and then another 28. And then on this line we only have how many? Just 1, and that number is 37. Again, the 3 is in the 10s place and the 7 is in the 1s place. I really like stem and leaf plots. They look so clean and neat. Okay. Let's try an example. The stem and leaf plot below shows the scores for 26 students on a recent math test. So let's just look at it for a minute. So we're looking at, let's look at the key. So 59 equals, the 5 is in the 10s place and the 9 is in the 1s place. So how many kids made a 59? Just 1, because you only see 1 9. So let's look at how many kids made 60. There's nothing there. So guess what? None of the kids made a 60. How many kids made a 70? A 70 something. So let's look and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 6 students that made a 70. The grades are 70, 71, 72, 74, 75, and 77. Are you getting it now? I know you would. How many kids made an 80? Or in the 80s, landing in the 80 mark. So 6 plus 3 more, which will be 9. So what grades are there? What grades do they have? 1 kid made an 80. 1 kid made an 81. 1 kid made an 82. 1 kid made an 83. Then you have 3 students who made an 84. That's what the 4s represent. So how many kids made an 89? Yes, 2. Alright, 90s. These are the kids that landed in the 90s. How many kids were? If you said 7, you're absolutely correct. Okay, so how many kids had 90s? How about that? 2. How many kids had a 97? 1. Okay? And you had a few kids that made a what? Can you guess what that is? 100s. Right. Because they have a 10 on one side, that's still your 10s place, but you're going to move, the 0 is going to go to 10s place, and you're going to put the 1 in the 100s place. So you have 3 kids that made 100s on this particular test, because you have 3 zeros. So, got it? An A is a score of 90 or better. A B is a score of 80 to 90. How many students scored either A's or B's on this particular test? You can pause the video, go ahead and answer that question, come back with me, and we can discuss the answer. Alright, A's, between 80, I had A's or B's. So, I will look at the B's. If I was taking this test, I would look at the B's, and then I would like, okay, so a B is 80 to 90, so I know that's all the B's. So we want to know who made a grade of A or B. So we know the 90s. Anything going this way is an A or a B. So what you would do, you would count up all the individual numbers on this side. That's why it's important. Well, you can write the numbers on the side of the lines. So 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 2, 4, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. So the answer will be 3 and 10, 7 is 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. So 19 students made A's or B's. So you would count the leaves, which these are your leaves on this side. Okay? And that's just what they did. There are 9 leaves for the stem of 8. There's 7 leaves for the stem of 9. And then there are 3 leaves for the stem of 10. When you add all those up, you get 19. So, there go your answer. Okay, let's go to example 4. Well, actually, we don't have any more examples, but we do have a little activity. You can go ahead and pause the video, and then you can come back when you have your answers, and then we can discuss the answers. Okay, so we're back. We know that these are our stems and these are our leaves. We know that the key says, first of all, these numbers are in degrees, the degrees Fahrenheit. And we know that the key says that if it's 40 on its side, then the stem is 4, and then the 0 is in the tens place. So, the number of temperatures in the 50s is, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And sometimes I like to count it twice just to make sure. If you want to be right and get your answer right the first time, remember, it doesn't help. I mean, it doesn't hurt to go back and do it twice just to make sure, okay? This time I'll do it with a different color, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. So while I'm already counting these, I'm going to go ahead and count these as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. And then in the 60s, we have how many? Just 3. All right, let's go ahead and fill out the answers. And this is going to make it a lot easier, I promise you. If you just take those couple of seconds to go ahead and fill it out. The number on the number of temperatures in 50s, the answer is 18. The numbers of temperatures in the 40s, we know that's 9. The number of temperatures in the 60s, 3. The number of temperatures in the 40s or the 60s is, so 40s we have 9, 60s we have 3. So that makes this 12. Write an equation to find how many more temperatures were in 50s than in the 40s. Then, that's the key word. It means to do what? compare, subtract. So 50s, it was 18. And then, oh, we're not, okay. Then, what was it, 40s? Yeah, and there was 9. So you're going to do what? Subtract. And we all know that 18 minus 9 equals 9. There were 9 more lower temperatures in the 50s than in the 40s or the 60s. Not okay, so my 40s and 60s. So the 40s is 9, and then the 60s 19 and 12. So it will be 18 minus 12. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't read it all the way through until I got to the E. So 18 minus 12. 6. So the answer would be 6. Alright, so that's several students were tested on the distance they could run in 5 minutes. The data shows the results in time. Which dot plot correctly shows the data? So you're going to make a frequency chart, and then you will also add the numbers to the dots. So let's try to do this real quick. So we're going to start with 3/8. And this is what I would do if I was taking the test. So I see 3/8, and 3/8 are right here. That's the second number on the chart, and I'm going to count those. 1, 2, 3, and that's all I see. So 3/8 should have 3. So if you have 3, you're going to write the 3 above the number. If it don't have 3, you're going to write 3 on there, and you're going to cross it out. And that's why you crossed it out, because this one doesn't have 3. And then this one has 3. Okay? So let's move on to the next one. 4/8. 4/8, you're going to count those numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in 4/8, you should have how many? 5. If it doesn't have 4/8, that means it is automatically wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did that one get this thing? 5. It doesn't have 5. So, but we already, let me mark this big so I don't have to keep going back to the same one. Uh-oh. And it's 4/8. I'm sorry. It's still supposed to be 5. 4/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4/8, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has only 4, which should be 5. So I'm going to go ahead and cross that out as well. So now I've eliminated 2 of the answers, making it just a little bit easy to answer. So let's go with the 2/8s. And so I see this 2/8 right here. 2/8 has 1. Right? No more 2/8s, right? So I'm gonna, this has 1, this has 1. Okay, so we gotta go on to the next one. The next one will be 5/8. So let's count how many 5/8s do we see. 1, 2. So we're looking for the one that has 2. 2, 1. So we get to mark that out, and the answer is A. Got it? I know. Okay, one more practice problem that we're going to do together, and then I'm going to let you have your page that you can have your extra practice on where your pop question is located. Alright, number 3. The stem and leaf plot shows Linda homework scores in her math class. How many more scores scores above 90 did Linda get than she scored below 90? So that what they want to know is they want us to compare her scores. The ones above 90 versus the ones below 90. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, and compare means to do what? Subtract. So we know this is a subtraction problem. Okay, so how many? So this is 90. So this is above 90, and that's below 90. So let's count. In the 80, she have 3 scores. Yeah. And then 90, she has 4 scores. And then 100, she has 3 100s. So 4 plus 3 is 7. So she has 7 above 90 and 3 below 90. Yeah, I hope everybody was understood what I was saying. I'm sorry, because I probably said that a little too fast. So if I did, just rewind it and go back. And if you have any more questions about it, please just contact me through Class Dojo. So we're going to subtract. 7 minus 3 is 4. Alright, and here go your extra practice. When I put the paper on the screen, please go ahead and pause the video, answer all your questions, and then send me your pop question with the answer, please. Number 6 is a stem leaf type of question, and you're looking at degrees in Fahrenheit. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Number 7 is a leaf plot and stem leaf plot type of question, and that is in time. Number 8 is where Nicole is using stickers for her scrapbook. And then number 9, it's a word problem with a bubble answer. Okay? As always, thank you for tuning in. Your study island question will be, your study island assignments will be on the thing on Study Island website in about an hour. Pop question, you can send that to me. We will answer it the next time we come together. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me through Class Dojo. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's your pre-Friday. Yay!